Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is the weekly landscape video update I'm going to be doing the entire spring. I'm just going to be showing you some things that are in flower and a lot of things that I've laid out that are going in the ground over the next couple of weeks. Give you an update on the fence in the front yard and some boulders that I'm putting out and stepping stones that are going in. Some of those things have taken place since the last video. If I pass by something that's in full flower, I probably covered it in last week's video or the week before that. If you're new to the channel, and there's a lot of people that are new to the channel in the last few weeks, thanks for joining and thanks for following along. There's a playlist on my channel called New House. I'll link up here in the corner and you can go back and see what this place looked like a year ago, pre-screen porch and outbuilding over here and other projects I have going on. It still has a long way to go. I still have fence projects to do and sidewalk projects to do and a ton of detail left to go into this place. I've had a long-term plan the entire time. It may not have seemed like it at times, but I have, and I think it's going to look fantastic here by June. So again, thanks for following along. Let's get started. So I'll start out here by the road, just like I've done the last couple of tours. When you saw this last week, there were only a couple of pickets on that portion right there. I have finished the pickets on this fence and scalloped the top of the fence. I worked these boulders into the bottom of this side like I said I was going to do. And you can see how they're integrated into the fence, and they just seem like they've been there longer. By doing that, clematis is actually going to get planted inside the three of those. Clematis like to have their roots stay cool. They don't like direct sun on their roots, and so I figured planting one down in the middle of three rocks would be a good idea. I'll show you that when that takes place. Front yard is looking pretty good right now. Obviously these, for me in the south, these pansies won't be, you know, I have 2 85-degree days this week. It's going to start to put a hurting on them pretty soon. So won't be long before they're coming out, but I have lots of things to go back in their place. I'm going to swing you around to this side of the driveway. Last week I only had one of these post in on the edge of the property. I now have all the post in, and I removed a good portion of this weird brick wall that was back here. These bricks I'm going to use when I do the backyard fence project. I'm going to actually line the bottom of the fence with these bricks in order to keep rabbits from digging under. It may work, it may not, I have no idea. Blueberries are still coming along here. It won't be long before I have to protect these actually, because the birds will be after those in the next next few weeks or so. Let's spin back around to the front yard and take a look at a few other things up here. These yellow pansies are really, took a long time because of the rain this winter, but they're starting to look good. Snapdragons, I show them every time. They're a little further along than they were last week. They should be in full bloom. Right now I've got zinnias going in the place of the pansies here. I've got Cosmos in that tray that I did inside from seed as well. I've got a few tulips left, a few white tulips in the middle there, but not many. Not many of those are left. Okay, boulders. I integrated several more into the landscape. You'll see in just a second. I put the two here that I talked about. So eventually these azaleas on the foundation are coming out. Water hose is back here. I put this boulder in place. It has a little ridge on the bottom where that water hose can slide out of there. And then this boulder, which looks great on this corner, also has a little spot underneath it. So the water hose can just slide right along those two and not flop up into the bed. This open space here, I've got some African basil that's going in the ground right here. I had this in this space last year, went absolutely crazy. I didn't plant it last year until July, and it took over this whole space. Pollinators love African basil. It's just, it's fantastic. I've got a lantana that's going there, and then lots of salvia. I'm actually going to do a salvia video. I'm going to have, I don't know, maybe 20 varieties of sage and salvia in the yard this year. There's Agapanthus going in the ground in that space. It's just starting to bloom. Okay, this entry spot for the path leads out here for my mailman to go to the neighbor's house. I put a boulder on each side of that. And so far, the paths in the yard are 1 stone. And so I've got 1 stone in place. But there's a stone path going this way and then this way. I put this boulder in straight ahead to kind of, will eventually be the center of a path that's going to be, dividing. Right here, there's an Oakleaf Hydrangea that's behind it that's about to flower. There's various perennials like that variegated hosta all over the yard that you'll see in containers here that what I do, I kind of know the look I'm going for overall, but I actually lay things out in containers around the yard. And then, there's a salvia in a container right there. And I will live with them in that space for a day or two and then make sure it's where I want it before I start sinking things in the ground. These red tulips are almost finished at this point. I haven't shown this purple smoke bush. I did a purple smoke bush video last year, and then I pruned this thing super hard because it was about 10 feet tall, and it's come back out. It's come back out nicely. These can be cut pretty much to the ground and would have done the same thing. I cut it down to about 4 feet in height. I have a jack in the pulpit hiding back here that I have not shown you guys. This is pretty cool. Right here, you see it? That one. That's just pretty amazing. I love jack in the pulpits this time of year. I've got one more in the back I'll show you as well. I'm coming into the backyard from the north side gate now. Last week's video I came in through the south side on the other side of the house. The dianthus straight ahead here are coming into what is almost full bloom. There's still lots of buds on those. I think they'll be even showier next week than they currently are. I have brought out my tomatoes, peppers, and all my vegetable plants that I did inside. They're ready to go in the ground. It is that week that's happening. All of my cool season vegetables look fantastic. It's a close call on broccoli. I've got 85-degree days this week. I'm hoping that I start to see some start to see some heads on these pretty soon, because I don't yet. The plants look great, but for whatever reason I haven't seen any broccoli. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is Holly. I have 1,000 videos on this channel. She's probably in about 400 of them wandering around somewhere. I do have another dog named Griffin, and Griffin would not allow me to think because he's only 2 years old. He wouldn't allow me to think while I'm trying to do these. That's why you don't see him in the videos as much. All of these are seedling things that I did inside the house that are going in annuals and perennials. The purple foliage hibiscus that I had last year is actually, I did a bunch of them, and I'm gonna hide this chain link fence with them this year. I'm gonna get the back fence. As soon as this other fence in the front yard is done, the back fence is going in. I've got the back piece torn out, and new fence is going in back there. But I don't think I'm gonna get to the left and right side probably until fall, because I got a lot of plans this summer traveling for to nurseries, and some things you guys will see. But that hibiscus in the meantime is gonna hide this chain link fence. There are annual things laid out and perennial things laid out all over the yard to go in. I need to actually do some pruning. This sunshine ligustrum could definitely use a bit of a haircut, and I'll show you guys that this week. I've got trees that need to be limbed up. I'll come over here and show you on my weeping redbud, which is looking absolutely beautiful. It's got a few limbs that are a little low on it that I want to take off. Again, I'll just shoot that in a video. I've got a tree form hydrangea that I did a video for. I'll show you the beginning of tree forming it in that same pruning video. Okay, so this entire piece where these dianthus are currently over to right there is going to be dahlias, and you're going to see that video in the next couple days. All the ones I did from seed will be on this side over here. They have smaller flowers and they don't really need support like the big dinner plate doubles do. Here's a few of them have come back from last winter, but the seedling ones are in that tray. The ones I bought as tubers that I did a dahlia jumpstart video for, they are all right here, and they're all up. This is the spaces that they're going in. I was planning on doing that video this morning, but It rained all day yesterday, the ground's a little wet, so I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to plant these. But all of these are the big doubles, and the plants tend to need a little more support. And I've got them arranged by taller growing ones will be back there, shorter growing ones will be here. And the front of this will continue to be herbs. And so I've got oregano there. There's some parsley coming back right there, and thyme. There's another rosemary going in right there. So this is, I'm continuing to turn the front edge of this into an herb garden. The middle will be dahlias, and of course back there will be all of my vegetables. That's coming pretty soon. Okay, so part of this video, I'm going to do a local giveaway for some of these. I've got some extra Autumn Starburst Encore Azalea. As you can see them coming into bloom. These are new for this year. Just absolutely beautiful. It's got the, I'm going to show you Sunburst and Starburst next to one another in just a minute. This one has the wider white band on them. Those of you who are local to Raleigh or can, you know, come to Raleigh area near North Carolina State University, make a comment down below this video. Just say I'm in the Raleigh area, I can get one of these azaleas, and I'm going to do a drawing on the next week's video and give away 3 of these Autumn Starburst Encore Azaleas, which are probably pretty hard to find this first year they've been released. I'll swing around here. Those of you who watched the Peony video last year, I'm about to get some peonies open from the ones that I divided and transplanted in that video. There are all kinds of perennials and annuals laid out. All my marigolds that I did from seed are going around in this open space in the middle. I've got butterfly weed coming back from last year. I always get questions about whether I'm growing butterfly weed or not. There's one there, and as long as Holly's not over here crushing it, there's one there, and there's also some out by the road that I'll show you in next week's video. Okay, I talked about 2 weeks ago, or last week, I talked about leaving the flowers on my kale for the winter, and the pollinators love it. Well, the pollinators came along, pollinated it, and now I've got seed along the branches on the kale, some of which I can collect, but a lot of it, the other day there were purple finches on this. These were rocking back and forth because they were covered in purple finches taking the seed. So that's kind of fun as well. So your ornamental kales and your kales you can eat, leave them through the early spring and let them flower like this. And they're attractive. You can see all the yellow flowers. Okay, there's some more Agapanthus going into this space. These are some containers I did the other day. I got to get them to a new home. This spot right here just reminds me of Easter for some reason. It's got all the right colors for Easter. So this is Autumn Sunburst, okay? And this is Autumn Starburst. Now, it's a little hard to judge. The Starburst are a little behind these Sunbursts. The Sunbursts are gonna look better today just because there are more open flowers on them. But you can see on Sunburst, you've got more of the pink, less of the white, but really, really, really striking. And then on Starburst, which is new for this year, more of the white, less of the pink, or coral. I don't know. People see colors. People see colors differently. I call every version of this pink, but there are the two together, and super interesting. Anyway, I'm giving away 3 of those. 3 of those Starburst. Everybody make a comment down below if you would. Which one of these do you like better, Sunburst or Starburst? If you're in the Raleigh area, include that, and I'll include you in the giveaway for plant. I'm going to give 1 plant away to 3 different people. Moving along this way, I've got some Pentas that I'm planting. Highly recommend Pentas in your annual plantings if you can find them. A few more Agapanthus going in that space. I showed this Autumn Lily Encore Azalea last week, was just starting to open that white one, and then Bonfire in the container, and Autumn Fire down below. This was always meant to be a red and white display, and it finally is. The white one was a little behind Let's see if there's something else we want to show. I kind of like this combo. These pots are a little crazy, but I kind of like them. This Wygelia with the blue pansies has somehow worked out into something that's really, I really like quite a bit. You can see it, the colors there together. I don't know that I had this thought when the blue pansies went in that it would end up matching this Wygelia so well, but the Wygelia has opened up a little more this week. The last thing I'll show you in this week's video is my tree form Encore Azalea is starting to flower some. This is another one of those that I need to clean up, do a little bit of pruning on. I also, one more thing, I need to prune this this Carolina Midnight Loropetalum in a big way that was behind me right at the beginning of the video. I'll show you in my pruning video. I will not go in here and cut this thing off even up at the top. I want to actually keep it looking kind of a loose form like this. So I'll show you that in that video that I'll just come down on one of these pieces here and just take it out at the bottom and not try to cut the thing into a weird ball. I just like this loose form. I just need to make the loose form smaller. So thank you guys for following along with the videos. Make a comment down below with your Starburst or Sunburst pick, and if you're in the Raleigh area, include in that comment that you want to be entered for the giveaway. Thanks for watching.